is going on, everybody? Week 1 of the preseason is here. Tonight, we are going to watch the Cowboys and the Rams take the field. It's going to be a good one. A lot on the line here for some of these guys trying to make this roster. Notably, we've got the running backs, we've got the receivers, we've got the cornerbacks, all full of guys trying to make the team. All right, running back's going to be interesting. I'm going through Twitter here, looking at all the pregame notes that we got going on, and it does look like Deuce Vaughn is in pads, so it looks like Deuce Vaughn may be playing. Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, Donovan Ezeraku, your second-round pick, not in pads. Unfortunately, Tyler Booker, Sam Williams, John Stevens Jr., Javonte Williams, Kyer Elam, Kavonte Turpin. So a couple of surprising names in there. Sam Williams, Tyler Booker. I thought those guys might get some snaps, would have a chance to play. But it is what it is. And other guys got to step up and seize their opportunity, you know? So we'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to these running backs. So tonight, I don't think Blue's playing. I think I heard that Blue is actually, he's not going to be playing today. So I guess that's why they signed Malik back to the roster. So you'll have Malik suiting up. It looks like Deuce Vaughn, he might play. And Deuce might light it up like he does every preseason. Anybody who follows me on Twitter is friends with me. They all know exactly how I feel about Deuce. I love Deuce. I don't think he's gotten enough of a chance here, but I think it's an extreme long shot that he makes this roster this season, unfortunately. I just don't think. I mean, there's a lot of redundancy there with the likes of Turpin going to be taking some snaps out of the backfield, and he does a lot of what Deuce does. So you got snaps taken away from Deuce right there. And then you have obviously Blue, who's going to be the faster kind of speed guy. You've got Williams, who's a pretty agile dude, has a little bit of power as well. And then you have Phil Maffa, who's like he's the power guy. Miles Sanders, not even mention him, but he's been hurt, unfortunately for him. So, you know, you don't want to really get hurt when you're in a competition like this, but I think even Miles Sanders probably has a better shot at making the team than Deuce. Deuce has to have like I keep saying it, like a Kavonte Turpin type preseason where the talent is just undeniable, right? The talent, like they have to put this guy on the field. They have no choice. And so, you know, is that going to happen? Is he going to house two of these runs from 50 yards out? I don't know. We'll see. But the likes of him making the team is probably not very likely. Hey, Irene, what's going on? Is he out? Is Ezeraku out? Because Ezeraku is in pads. So did you see something that says Ezeraku's out? And also, I do have a chat function here. So I'm going to be working out some kinks while I'm streaming too. This is my first kind of major stream across different platforms. So I'm going to be working on some of these issues. Like I should have a live chat box here with Irene. Oh, okay. So I actually can see. Okay. So Irene typed that in Twitter. Thanks, Irene. I see that now. So Twitter isn't going to show up in here, but I believe YouTube and Facebook will in the live chat box. We'll have to wait till we get a comment to see. Irene, if you could head over to YouTube and help me out, that would be super clutch. If you could leave a comment on the YouTube page, my link's on my Twitter. That'd be sick. Hey, it's my wife. Very helpful. Thank you, Sarah. That it is working. And there's Irene. Perfect. All right, chat box is working. Boy, that makes me feel good. All right, sweet. Excellent. Now, I'd like to make the chat stay is the other issue. All right, I'll have to work on that. Let me see if I can fix that expiration on the chat box. All right, you know what? We will fix that after this stream. All right, I don't think I can fix that now. I don't think I can. Unfortunate. That's okay. Okay, so Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, X, Kick, all get mentioned. Sweet. Commands, list. Okay, always show messages. Now, is that going to work? Hey, Mike. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you here, man. What is it, like 2 a.m. over there? What time is it over there? No, no. Oh no, I broke it. Let's see if I can refresh this. Thank y'all for your patience. Coming up to midnight. Yeah. You're dedicated, man. Are you going to stick around for the whole game? You going to watch this whole thing? Are you able to watch it? Do you have NFL Plus, or how do you actually watch it, Mike? Hey, Rick. How's it going, man? I'm just working on some some stuff here while we wait for this game to get going. Chat 2. I think I got it. Yeah, Mike, I hear you. It depends how it goes. Yeah, I'm usually by the fourth quarter of the first preseason game, my eyes are glazing over a little bit. But some of these games are actually pretty interesting. There we go. I did it. Hooray me. Best you don't ask. Mike, yeah. I know about those ways. I haven't participated in those ways. Wink, wink. So I was looking at the depth chart here, and speaking of the running backs, so they've got Javonte Williams. This is just their initial depth chart, and this could be like a vets over rookie type thing. But they got Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders both listed higher on the depth chart than Blue, and then they have Deuce Vaughn and Phil Maffa last. So I think in reality, number one and two are probably going to belong to Blue and Williams in one order or the other. And then I think it's going to be between Phil Maffa and Miles Sanders for that third spot. But then you got to remember, too, they're also going to have Hunter Lipke there as well. He's listed as a fullback. He's going to take snaps at running back as well. So really, they're probably going to keep, I would assume, 3 running backs plus Lipke the fullback. But again, Lipke's like a fullback, running back, tight end kind of combo. So, and I think Deuce is going to be on the outs, I think, unless he like just blows up this preseason. It's got to be something crazy. And then Miles Sanders has been hurt. So I don't know, between Phil Maffa and Miles Sanders, I'm really interested to see what Phil Maffa does this preseason. Irene Lipke counts as a fullback, is what he is on the depth chart. So Papa Sue. Yeah. Hey, what up, dude? I hope that Deuce starts, and I hope Deuce gets a bunch of playing time. I think it's going to be a lot of time split between Deuce and Phil. So we'll see. We'll see. But I hope Deuce house is like 2 of these from like 50 yards out, so he gets people talking, and they have like no choice but to at least consider keeping him. But then people will say, "Oh, it's against preseason competition," as if these guys aren't grown adults. Sue, I think the purple crowns, I think they go to. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. How did you get it? Did you subscribe, or was that just from like chatting enough and it popped up? Because I don't even know, and it's my page. I'm such a noob at this, but I'm learning. Because when I look at my analytics, I see people's names and they got little purple crowns next to them, and I never know how they get them. I just assume they're subscribers or something. Based on messages, okay. Thanks, Rick. Just looking over the rest of this depth chart. Let's see if there's anything else that sticks out. I mean, they don't even. Okay. The depth chart's a little bit jacked up. Wide receiver is a little bit confusing because they got about 800 of them. Yeah, I guess the way they have it split out is wide receiver position 1, 2, and 3. So CD, Mingo, Holden, and then they got Tolbert or Turpin, and then Cropper, and then Pickens, Flournoy, Brooks, and Josh Kelly. And interested to see what Flournoy and Brooks does tonight, because those are 2 of the guys that are fighting for that last wide receiver spot on the roster, I think. Because the first 5 are going to be what? CD, Pickens. I would assume Mingo is already on there. And I like Mingo. I think Mingo's going to be good. You got Turpin. That's 4. Tolbert. See, I don't even remember Tolbert. Right? I said, so, okay, CD, Mingo, Tolbert, Pickens, Turpin. There's your 5. So the 6th spot is going to be between Holden, Flournoy, Brooks, and Josh Kelly, and Jalen Cropper. So 5 guys are fighting for that 6th spot. Yeah, Sam Hurd is playing tonight, and I heard he brought some stuff with him to transport. Hey, Sam Hurd is a legend around these parts, all right? Let's not badmouth Sam Hurd. Yeah, I don't know, Sue, if Mafa or Deuce is going to get the majority. They probably want to see Mafa, but Deuce has a voice in the building too that coached him at K-State, so that might go a long way to at least get him an opportunity to show his stuff. So I'm not sure. I think it's. I really don't know. I guess my hope, because I don't have a guess. My hope is that they probably split the carries. Maybe one gets one half, one gets the other, and then some subs in and out, some spells. And yeah, there's no H on Mafa. I think it's A, right? Yeah. Papa Sue with the Donny. Thanks, bro. That's my first one ever. Appreciate that, bro. Now check this out. If I go over to this screen, I want to test something. This is my gaming screen for when I'm playing games. Okay, so you haven't appeared up here yet, but once I fix this, you'll appear up in my latest donation screen. My guy. Thanks, bro. Yeah, Sue Flournoy, Brooks, both chopping block guys. For sure. He's bringing something new and it's not smelling salt. That's hysterical. What a BJ. Cocaine cowboy. Oh yeah, we gonna block that one. We gonna block that chat. A little broke after the trip. Dude, what a trip that was. For anybody that wasn't there, oh my goodness gracious. We just got back from Oxnard, California, me and Irene and Sue and some others. And my goodness gracious, was it just it was just legendary, absolutely legendary. The time that we had, got to hang out with Nick Eatman and thanks EJ, I appreciate it, brother. With Nick Eatman, Chris Beam, the producer of all the shows, all the podcasts. We got to hang out with Yeomans one night. Got to hang out with Tommy Yarsh a couple nights. Was there anybody else I'm forgetting? Right, Eatman, Beam, Tommy, and Kyle. Yeah, that was the four. That was the four. And maybe just kicked back, had a bunch of beers, and it just everybody was super cool. Like I felt like we all knew each other for years. There was no weirdness or awkwardness. And on top of just hanging out with them, which that just would have been enough if we got to just chill with those guys. It's just a super cool thing to do. Nick got us VIP passes for training camp on Monday. So it wasn't the joint practice with the Rams, but we got to sit under the shade in the VIP area. Afterwards, he brought us over to the super duper important VIP area. We got to meet some players. We shook hands with Osa. By the way, his hands were at the size of my head. Just ridiculous. Jan Wanye, or as some people call him, what do they call him? Juanye? Wanye Thomas. We got to talk with him for a little bit. Cool dude. Seems humble. I know that Davion got a picture with DMO with Overshown. That's cool. Yeah, we met with Ambar while we are doing the podcast. Standback's jacked beyond belief. He looks like Solomon Thomas out there. Ambar was super nice, super cool. And yeah, Kyle stopped by. So we got to go on the set of Cowboys Storyline. Got to record about a half-hour episode. That's up on Twitter and YouTube. Yeah. And it was just cool. It was cool. Sue, I gotta say, Papa Sue was probably the best of us on the bench there. He actually was kind enough on the third segment. He offered to get up and let me go back in, and I was cutting up with Yeomans behind the stage there. So I was like, you're staying. He was killing it anyways. I think he's probably the fan favorite of the episode. He did great. A natural up there on the stage. So good job, Sue. But yeah, man, that was just crazy time. And we're going to do it annually. So, people in the Storyline group that we have over on Twitter, listen to Nick Eatman's show. We're going to make this probably an annual thing if we can swing it. And, Nick invited us back out, get us some more VIP passes. And yeah, dude, gonna have a good time. $130 nails to impress Ambar. Nice. Sue Ambar is checking me out. Mike, I think Rob was trying to be respectful of everybody's time because we all know Rob's a chatter, a talker, and he talked a lot during the trip, which was totally cool. We all love Rob. And he, I think he was just trying to be respectful to everybody that was up there. So props to him for holding it back. We didn't really talk a ton of football, it was only a half hour, and we just kind of exchanged what we thought of the trip and whatever. There wasn't a ton of football talk there, but I'm sure if we got into the nitty gritty of actual football talk, I'm sure Rob would have went off like he usually does, which is fine. We all love and adore Rob and his personality. Let me see if this game is up yet. Probably not. These games usually don't start until right at the scheduled time, and the Rams are home, so it's probably going to be the stupid Rams broadcast, which sucks. There shouldn't be a delay on my stream. I don't believe there's a delay. So hopefully we're seeing things at the same time, or I'm a little bit behind the rest of you guys if there is a little bit of a delay. I don't want to be spoiling anything for anybody watching. Yeah, Sue, but you were doing good though. You were in the zone. You were in the zone. And Nick likes you. I think you're Nick's favorite. The Pebble, Little Rock. I think you got him with the eyebrow when you did the Rock eyebrow. He's a big fan of wrestling. Yeah, maybe next year Nick can do what Beam does. He and Beam can be in the back, and then the rest of us can just take over the show. But see, here's the problem is that I know all y'all's names. I know where you're all from. But if you put me on the spot to be like, this is so-and-so from wherever, I'm going to mess it all up. I'm gonna mess all of it up. So yeah. I don't know how Nick does it. Nick went through all 7 of us up there like it was nothing. Like I guess you just gotta like take a deep breath and just be calm and just like clear your brain and think. Yeah, no, I can't show the game, Irene, or it'll get flagged and taken down. I actually had highlights up one time last year when I was doing a Spaces and streaming it on YouTube. They flagged me for like 3 months. I got a copyright strike. Almost tanked Lord Dylly before he even started. Dang, Sue. Dang. That's a good one. You should send that to him. Dang. It's like you go to get like peanut butter and jelly, but Little Rock in Arkansas. This is fun, y'all. I like this. I think next week I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to figure out how to get a co-host up here. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the video. I mean, I'll probably just split my thing in half here where my face is. Just share the stage with somebody. I was talking to Sue. Maybe I can get Sue up here. Maybe I can have like a different guest on every week or something. And then during the season, I don't know what to plan. I don't know if I'm gonna do these. I probably won't do these. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this goes, how successful it is. If this thing really blows up, whatever, maybe I'll host these during the season too. Otherwise, we'll have these sessions on Twitter still. The spaces probably every other Wednesday or Thursday coming up here in regular season. As of right now, it's every Thursday night. But during the season, I might change to Wednesdays. But a lot of people do theirs on Wednesdays, so a lot of the content creators, so it's kind of competitive. I might just stick to Thursdays. I don't know. We'll see. The issue with that is that we have Thursday Night Football on those days, so that's also eating away. But we'll figure all that out. Yeah, I don't need to see Lipke. You can. That's one of the guys to me. He's important to this team enough to hold out. We only have really one fullback, so if they want to have a fullback on this team who can act as a running back, I keep Lipke out the rest of the preseason or all the preseason. Yeah, so that might be what it is. We'll have to think on that one for sure. And then I kind of want to stream during our Twitter calls as well, our spaces. So I'll have to unstream live from Twitter so I can do the spaces and then put that spaces information on this screen while we're cutting it up and chatting. And I got to remember too, if I'm forgetting to update this score at any point during the game, just remind me. Because this is new. So there's going to be some bumps for sure. Not that the score is that important, but I wasn't sure what else to put there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, Irene. He's a rookie, so I would have thought he'd get some snaps. Maybe he's dealing with some soreness or something. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the injury reports or anything, so I don't know if he's been banged up or not. But he didn't even play a ton. I feel like when we were out there, it was all backups against the Rams in the joint practice, so I don't know. All right, still isn't up yet. Oh, here we go. They just launched it. Come on, baby. I don't want the local broadcast. Yeah, Irene, it's they just launched the link, but it's my screen is black, so I don't think it's actually. Oh, it's up now. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear my audio. You shouldn't be able to, and if you can, that's a probably have to figure that out. But can anybody hear my actual audio other than me talking? Just me. All right, thanks. Cool, 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 cool. Excellent day. I'm gonna go through probably a couple beers tonight. I think I'm already halfway through this one. It's been chilling. It's my favorite one. You think these guys sponsor me? It's all I drink. It's all I drank on our trip. Sports, you said you're Kyle? Yeah. Let me scroll back up. Oh, it's gone now. I can't see. Matt Stafford on the screen. Look at Maurice Jones-Drew. Mina Kimes. Yeah, you know what's a super underrated factor is the quarterback in these preseason games, and not just for the quarterback play, but just from like an evaluation standpoint. It's hard to evaluate the receivers and sometimes even the running backs when you have a guy who can't really throw the ball consistently. Now, the offensive line usually sucks in the preseason, so these quarterbacks get whooped up. It makes it hard for the quarterbacks. But if the quarterback can't get the ball to the receiver, how do you evaluate the receivers at that point? So I have more confidence in Milton than I've had, and I like Cooper Rush as a backup, but I've got confidence that Milton will be able to get that ball out and on these guys tonight. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, Shetty, that you're one of the guys too. If you listen to the show that we were on, the one after that, Nick mentioned that we were talking about bringing some people along next year, and you were one of the names too that we had mentioned. I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but shoot, you and me could even catch a flight together because you live down the road. But yeah, that would be cool if you're interested in going next year. See if we can hook that up to camp. That is. Sue. Trey Lance. Trey Lance is let me just go run the ball for a 60-yard touchdown and then throw 4 interceptions. But he could be the starter. See, I gotta adjust some stuff. Kyle too buff. To Vegas. Maybe you and Rob can drive out. That's about a 5-hour drive, I think Rob said. Yeah, Rick, I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube or not. There's other websites you can go to that have like a bajillion pop-ups that you can like exit out of and watch the game that way. Kind of suspect. But if you got NFL Plus, I pay for NFL Plus. It's $100 a year. And you get all 22 and you get all the preseason games right there. So you don't got to worry about it. I'm an old man now. Yeah. Aren't we all, brother? Aren't we all? Once you hit 30, you're an old man, I think. Or at least your back thinks you're an old man. I gotta see if this came up on Facebook or not. I'm not sure it did. Oh yeah, all right. We are live on Facebook too. Dang, I love when a plan comes together. I tell you what. All right, so yeah, I'll be on the whole game, brother. Thanks for stopping by for now. I wonder when Siobhan Ravel, and I forget how to say his name, it came out that we were all saying it wrong. Is it Siobhan? I hope that he gets to play at some point here. I hope this isn't like a super prolonged delay that he was facing. Stream East, yeah. Yep. Stetson Bennett. Is Stetson Bennett going to carve us up tonight? The way the secondary's been playing, all these injuries they've had, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, who are we gonna? We're gonna be down. Are down some names in the secondary. So not playing tonight. Here's the list per Todd Archer. Dak Prescott, duh. Turpin, yeah, I guess you don't need Turpin. Javonte Williams, Hunter Lipke, Terrence Steele, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, Jake Ferguson, of course, CeeDee Lamb, of course, George Pickens. Yeah, I get that. John Stevens, Jack Sanborn, Deron Bland, Kyra Elam, Donovan Wilson, Hooker, Sam Williams, and Solomon Thomas. So a couple names in there that I thought might show up. Tyler Booker, Sam Williams. All right, so this is about to start. Cowboys getting the ball first. Oh, I'm sorry. The Rams are getting the ball first. That's my fault. Is that Leofau just destroyed him? Oh, what just happened? Maris Leofau just blew him up on that first kick return. Jesus. All right, so we got opponent. There we go. Rams football. Look at that little football show up on there. Let's go, baby. It's quiet. First play is a pass, rollout from Bennett, completion to the tight end, about 15 yards. Davis Allen, wide open. Yeah, it looks like Damone Clark didn't carry that route far enough. He kind of shut down, didn't carry the tight end underneath. Flag out. Quick completion. It looks like there might have been illegal formation or something. Offsides on offense. I saw him holding his hips and pointing at the offense. I was like, oh, interesting. You don't see a lot of offsides on the offense. Cowboys player down here. Can't tell who it is. Couldn't tell who was down with injury. And of course, the announcers in this this thing, they don't tell you. Oh, yeah, we in commercial. I gotta get my chat bot in here. Ban these spam posts or spam comments. Was that 98, Mike? I couldn't see the number. If it was 98, that's Peyton Turner. There you go, Rick. Yeah, that's where it's at, man. I pay for the convenience of it, just so I don't gotta mess with it. Gotta mess with trying to figure out the stream and all that. All right, we're back. We back. One thing I wish that announcers did better in the preseason was have a more holistic approach, and everybody complains about it. But it's annoying listening to the broadcasters be so one-sided when you want information about your team. At least, like, give me an injury. See who the injury was, right? But they don't even talk about it. There you go, Rick. Nice, dude. All right, there you go. Yeah, who was Peyton Turner? That 5-6 yards. Irene. You can mute the game, but I'm probably a couple seconds behind where you're at. Like on your game menu in the browser is like a little volume button in the bottom right of the actual picture. But what I'm saying might not line up with what you're seeing. Nice hit. Still caught it. Marquise Bell. I got Marquise Bell down. Probably hurt his shoulder on a big hit. It's a pretty nice throw. Oh, Marquise Bell walked off the field under his own power. Or maybe he's still on. I can't tell yet. But he got up. Aaliyah foul on the tackle. Roger that, Irene. Roger that. Second and 6. Leah found the blitz. He's got a guy wide open. Just ran right by the corner. Was wide open, but luckily Stetson Bennett, the fourth, missed him. Bad throw. Very bad throw. Who was the corner on that? It was one of the linebackers, Mike. Was it or maybe it might have been Rochelle actually. Might have been Rochelle who's a corner. Gotta wrap up on that one though. Going for it on 4th and 6 around just past midfield. It's preseason. Why not? Going deep. Out of bounds. How could he have possibly have caught that? That's pretty good coverage. We gotta see this replay. So 19 on the Rams just caught a bomb on, let me see who it was. Yeah, it was Andrew Booth. Gave up the big play. It looked like he was out of bounds, though, and now it looks like they're going to review this play. Rams tried to hurry up because I think they know he was out of bounds. It wasn't bad coverage. I mean, his hand's right there. It's not bad coverage at all. Foot, ball. Let's see. Ball. Ball moved a smidge. Ball moved a smidge. They might say he had possession, though. Because who the hell knows what a catch is, honestly. That ball moved quite a bit, though. We'll see. The Rams try to run hurry up on that because it's very close. That's very close. So the ball moves a smidge once the receiver hits the ground. Yeah, both feet in, hit the ground, ball moves. What I think is significant enough to justify not having possession. Because that ball shouldn't move like that, but we'll see. Drinking water out of my Storyliners mug. Yeah, man. Mike, that actually, it wasn't bad coverage. That was just a really nice throw. That was a really nice throw. You know, if his fingers are an inch longer, he hits that ball. All right, we in a commercial break. Yeah. I'm not mad at Booth on that one. Not really, anyways. Just a really good throw. It was not bad position for Booth. Just a really, really good throw. Which is typical of any quarterback playing Dallas, whether it's preseason, regular season, playoffs, don't matter. They all make those throws every time. Nah, Irene, it's still up. Nice trick. I mean, that ball, that's... Well, it does move. And not just saying the ball didn't move. I mean, the ball moved like 4 inches, but they're saying it was a catch, so... All right, at the 5-yard line. Oh. Blake Corum, nice run on first. All right, so this is likely going to end in a touchdown here. Wanye. I have 2 ears. Rick. Second and goal from the 1.5. Leafau, nice play. Well played, Leafau. This is a good drive from Leafau. He's made some good plays, and that was... So Peyton Turner makes the tackle, it looks like. But Leafau seals the edge there. Look at this. Yeah, that was beautiful. Seals the edge on the quarterback option play there. Quarterback tries to run out the edge. Leafau seals the edge, forces it back in. Then the defensive edge and interior finish it up. Third and goal from the something. What we got here? From the 2-yard line. Run to Corum. That's touchdown. Yeah. We all saw that coming. All right, so it's a Blake Corum touchdown. Hey, Rob. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Even if it's preseason, glad to have it back. This Rob from Vegas, or is this a different Rob? I don't know Rob from Vegas' last name. All right, I gotta update this. All right, so that's 7. Look at that. Look at that. Damn, I'm good. All right. Well, yeah, that was a good drive by Leofau. I'll say that. The rest of the guys, especially the secondary, Booth, I'm not really mad at for that. That was just a ridiculous throw, ridiculous catch. Like I said, if his finger was an inch longer, that's probably a deflection, pass breakup. But it wasn't. So the Rams score on their first possession. There's a lot of passing on that one, which is concerning. I'm interested in how our run defense plays, but to see the pass defense kind of get carved up like that is a little bit concerning for sure. Positives from that drive, Maris Leofau. Maris Leofau made some really nice plays. He looks fast. I saw him out there in person that camp. He's lean. He's a tall guy, very lean, and he plays with a lot of speed and a lot of instincts. All right, so we got Jalen Cropper returning this kick. That just looks silly. He got his legs taken out, stumbles, and then somebody just popped him. He just flew through the air. We got holding on the Cowboys. So that's going to move it back 10 yards. All right, Joe Milton. Deuce falling in to start the game. Let's go, Deuce. Come on, baby boy. Ooh, should have been a catch. A little high from Milton to Schoonmaker, but it went right through Schoon's hands. Yeah, Rob, there's going to probably be a slight delay by a few seconds on this stream. So whatever you're seeing live is probably a little bit delayed from what I'm saying. Deuce still in the game. Yes. So Milton threw a dart to Vaughn, but it hits the linebacker in the back of the head. This is I'm gonna go on my Deuce rant. This is what frustrates me about Deuce Vaughn being in the game. They just don't give him the ball. Now they tried there in the pass play, which, all right, hats off, great job. We get the guy a handoff here. Like, now it's 3rd down, so it ain't gonna happen here, but yeah. Not a pretty drive. 3 and out from the Cowboys. Yeah, Rob, Milton throws a little too hard, I think. Receivers don't really appreciate it when they're coming back on a hitch, and they got a ball coming 95 miles an hour at them. Break a finger or two. Hard to catch. Got to have a little bit of touch. You saw on the ball where you hit the linebacker in the back of the head. I'm surprised the linebacker didn't fall over, knocked out, unconscious. All right, so 3 pass plays, 3 and out. Not what you love to see. Rams punt return. Got smoked. Davian, what's up, my boy? What I do? I gotta get these bots out of here. All right, we're gonna get these bots out of here real quick. Second and 7 here. Oh, toss crack. Too easy. Too easy for the Rams. Looks like 67 from the Rams. Got a little banged up on that one. That's just too easy. First and 10. Yeah, Mike, the O-line did their job on those 3 plays. You're not wrong. Not wrong. Run play right up the middle. 3 or 4 yards there. There's some penetration. Again, Leofau. Leofau's having a nice game. Leofau's fast, man. Fast and instinctive. Dude's a player. Cowboys got one on Leofau. 4th and 1. I'm assuming they're going to go for it. Being preseason. Oh, they got a man wide open. You got to run for it. He had a man wide open there off a rip. Running along that right side. But he ends up taking off with the ball. Getting the first down, Stetson. All right. 1st and 10. New set of downs, Rams. Oh, receiver drops it across the middle. 15. It's a nice throw by Stetson there. But the receiver drops the ball. It's on the receiver. All right, hey, what the hell's going on here? All right, we need to ban this bot. Another throw by Bennett. Little out route. Another first down. Is that Keon Hall? Yeah, it's Hall. Hall let one up there. Secondary is struggling mightily right now. Quick throw and catch there to the, is that our number 10? All right, 2nd and 5 here. Rams driving again. Right at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a run play here on 2nd and 5. Yeah, there it goes. They had him stop for no gain, ends up picking up 2. So that makes it from a 3rd and 5 to a 3rd and 3. That's the stuff you got to improve on. You can't have a man wrapped up, met in the hole, and let him drive you back for 2 yards. Well done by Hunter there, the running back. But a 3rd and 5 is vastly different than a 3rd and 3. They can run the ball here on 3rd and 3 and then go for it on 4th if they want to. That's what I would do personally. See if you can't pick up a yard or 2 on 3rd down and go for it on 4th. What they do line up in shotgun. They do pass it. That's going to be a holding or pass interference. Yeah. Marquise Bell. Probably pass interference there. Yup. Marquise Bell got rocked there. He got beat. Yeah, 19 whooped. Marquise Bell on the route there, a little out and up. Or really. Yeah, no, Bell got his ass whooped. So Bell grabs him to prevent the touchdown, but in doing so, gives him a first down. Defense is looking suspect. Very suspect. Incomplete pass on first down. Oh my gosh. Again, tackling has been an issue here. Tackling has been an issue here. So you have the man wrapped up. Got a quick screen out on the edge. Who's that? 40. Is that Hall again? Yeah. No. Yeah. Hall has him wrapped up in the hole there. Wrapped the screen on the edge. And breaks the tackle. And squirts out for a bunch, unfortunately. Corum on the run. And that's a touchdown. All right. 2 for 2 on the tutties. Defense is looking a little bit suspect here. A lot of scheme-based wins here. A lot of double teams pushing these defensive linemen off the spot. It's not been pretty. Yeah, Rob. Luz has some work to do for sure. You know, to be fair, secondary is hurt. A lot of guys out. Some of the defensive line, it's not playing. But it's not looking pretty so far. Not at all. All right. 14. See if we can do something other than a 3 and out here. Got to try and run the ball on offense here. We went 0 for 3 on pass plays, 3 and out in the last possession. So see what we can do here. Give me something to be excited about here, Cowboys. I'm gonna have to keep drinking. This has been a tough one so far for these boys. We haven't even seen the offense. We saw 3 plays from them. That was it. I mean, where's this at here in the first quarter? How much time we got? I'll know in a second. Boy, if I see this commercial one more time with the Titanic song playing. Jeez. Yeah, Irene, lots of booty cheeks. Offense going 3 and out. Defense getting driven on every series. This has been extremely the opposite of exciting for the Cowboys. Not a lot to talk about here. Just getting whooped. Leofau's look good on defense. Other than him, without going back and looking at film, specifically on the defensive line, I got to go back and see, but it seems like defensive line's getting whooped. It looks like Leofau is the only one with anything to mention. It's positive so far on defense. Haven't seen Ezraku do anything. And they've been passing the ball a lot. I thought Ezzy would have maybe a little more success rushing the passer, but it's not been good on his front either. We'll see if Milton can hit somebody with a 110-mile-an-hour fastball off their hands again. Or if if we can maybe run the ball on this series. Nick. Nick says, still waiting for a running play. Yeah, you're wrong. So we're going to get Phil Maffa on the second drive, getting the touch? Or are we going to get Deuce again? I got a feeling they're going to put Maffa in and run the ball, because that's just what they do with Deuce. They put him in, and they don't let him touch the ball or sniff the ball. And the next guy comes in. We'll see if they're rotating back and forth with Deuce and Maffa, or if they keep Deuce in for the second drive. Touchback. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like Deuce is still in. Is he going to touch the ball? All right, they line up in shotgun again. Gotta be a handoff here, right? You can't just pass the ball 3 times in a row. Screen to Tolbert. Because that makes sense to throw a screen to Tolbert, who's like one of the slower guys here, not a playmaker at all. Throwing a screen to Tolbert always makes sense. So now you lose a yard, you're behind the sticks on second down. So now you're probably a good block by Mingo, as Tolbert just can't make the guy miss one-on-one. And that's why you don't throw a screen to Tolbert. But they're behind the sticks, going to be 2nd and 11. We'll see if Deuce Gets a touch. No touch. And there's a flag. Oh, we got a touch. A little screen. And he gets hit from behind. Guessing it's going to be illegal shift. Yeah, illegal shift here on the Cowboys. So back him up some more. Boy, this has been an absolutely ugly start for the Cowboys. Literally couldn't have gone any worse. You're not going to be in declined. Yeah, smart. Smart. 3rd and long here. What we got? It's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. See if Milton can throw a completion here longer than a yard. Yeah, 3rd and 9. Line up in shotgun. Deuce off to the side. Milton looking downfield. Just a horrible throw. Mike, a completion for a loss. Hey, it's a completion. Yeah, just a terrible throw by Milton there. I like to see a replay on that one to see just how far behind that ball was. But what do you know? Another 3 and out. So that is not great news for the Cowboys. Got to get a stop on defense here. I'm still waiting on a run play. Boy, not great. Not a great start. I hope this isn't symbolic of what we're going to be doing as an offense, throwing the ball. Now, obviously, you got way different talent with the starters. And I'm sure Shotty's probably trying to evaluate some stuff here, specifically Milton. Got to run the ball, brother. Got to run the ball. This is the antithesis of an exciting game right now for the Cowboys. Yeah, Kyle, it's hard to evaluate the passing game when everything's an incompletion behind the receivers are bouncing off of linebackers' helmets. You know, yeah. Got to settle Milton down a little bit. Got to take the ball out of his hands, put it in the running back's hands. I think they tried that with a couple of screens there, a couple of easy completions. But you don't throw a screen to Tolbert and expect anything to happen. And, Deuce got hit from behind right away. So not much to do there in that screen. But I'm dying for a run play. Let me see him line up in like a I formation or even a single back and just hand the ball off. That'd be dope, huh? Hey, William. What's up, brother? I don't know if y'all are watching on NFL Plus, but this Titanic music commercial, I'm about to go to bed with this song stuck in my head all night. It's terrible. No bueno indeed. Like, we have different flavors of Dr. Pepper. Yeah, man, you don't. You got just the one. Quarter up the middle. Taken down by 99. But there's a flag. That's hands to the face offense. The hell's is that Winfrey? What the hell's his name? Yeah. Perry on Winfrey. I gotta keep up with these big boys, man, and their numbers. I'm nice to seeing these numbers out here. Yeah, T Laundry, man. It's no doubt, no doubt. Now we're missing a lot of starters, a lot of players back there, but still, I mean, they gotta tighten up in the coverage, 100%. Oh, Wilson, what's up, brother? Regular and cherry. Yeah, we have vanilla too, Mike. I don't know of anything else. Vanilla, cherry, and regular for our Dr. Pepper flavors. Corum. Yeah. Up the middle again. Shamar James with the tackle there. I want to see James a bit. Apparently, he's had some good practices out there. He's another smaller guy that can fly around the field. The Cowboys have a type at linebacker, that's for sure. They're like smaller guys that can fly. Yeah, just no pass rush here. Receivers in the middle of three Cowboys just wide open. First down, Rams. Corum trips. We're seeing a pattern here. First, second, third down, first down. First, second, third down, first down. Just wearing this defense out. Yeah, Wilson. It's true. That's true. Defensive line is doing okay. They're doing okay in run defense. Linebackers too. Now I'll say the linebackers, especially Leafau, James on this current series, linebackers look okay against the run. But boy, howdy, is this team struggling against the pass. There's no pass rush. Pass rush doesn't exist right now. They might as well just put a bunch of corners in there, just clog every lane. Just don't send anybody at the quarterback. This is a shame. It's like these guys on the D line are invisible. Now, obviously, you're not going to run the stunts and stuff that you normally run in the season. You're not showing all your blitz packages. You're not really doing anything but just saying line up, go get the quarterback on the pass play. But like Ezeraku is not showing any moves. It's a bull rush every play. So I like to see a little more from Ezeraku here on these pass plays. First quarter preseason, depression setting in. Yeah, Rob. I feel you, brother. Don't be depressed just yet. We got a little ways to go. At least give it to like week 3 of the regular season. Yeah, Wilson, that's the bad part, bro, is that like, yeah, we're missing some starters from the secondary. But this secondary is a mess right now. And we don't know like when Ravel, when Diggs, we don't know when these guys are going to come back to the starting lineup. Bland obviously isn't playing tonight. But I mean, I don't know how good this secondary is going to be in the regular season. And you pair that with the fact that I'm not sure how good this run defense is going to be in the regular season. This defense might give up 30 points a game, and that's not an exaggeration. I'm very nervous about this defense. That's not a reaction to this game at all whatsoever. That's just my thoughts heading into the season. I'm very nervous about this defense. I know Flus is a good DC, get these guys into shape, but I'm nervous that it's going to look bad enough to force our offense to have to throw the ball 40 times a game. And when we see that, it's not good news for Dak. Well, first roster cut. I don't know. This is a good question. Let's take a look and see. I think they actually do it like in one big cut now. Yeah, August 27th. So August 27th, they go from 90 to 53. So they do their big cut. Sue, I would love to see Deuce take a handoff, like just one, maybe. I don't know. What's going to happen is this next series, whenever this series occurs, it could not be until the halfway through the second quarter, the rate this defense is playing. They'll probably put Maffa in and give Maffa a handoff. So we won't see Deuce carry any any balls tonight. We'll see him get his one screen pass, and that's it. Yeah, Wilson, I think Mike on the field, basically, probably, he can just play every position. Corner, safety, linebacker, or edge. I think he's got all of it. So when Mike comes back, we'll be all right. Yeah, Sue, I don't know if Shadi's avoiding the run Oh, here we go. Little pass rush. Throws the ball away. Nice. Got a little pass rush on that one. Yeah, I don't know if we're trying to evaluate exactly what's going on here with the quarterback, but they got to run the ball. Pass rush, but both guys fall on the ground there. 91. Flush him out of the pocket. Good D. Good D. Guys, we did it. We forced a punt. We forced a punt. Can you believe it? I don't believe it. So that was Buddy Johnson, I think, on the coverage there. Coverage took about 75 seconds to go through. The ball to come out. But the pass rush did get there eventually and force him out of the pocket. Oh, yeah, Rick, that's true, too. I might see Malik Davis take some touches as well. I feel like Malik Davis isn't a serious contender for the roster, obviously, so he'll be the guy in cleanup duty. I think you'll probably see Deuce and Maffa take the majority of touches here whenever those touches occur. Almost blocked that punt. Now, who's returning this punt? Is that Tolbert back there? Dang, that's a nice punt. It is Tolbert. That's a nice punt. Inside the 5 there, it bounces. Beautiful punt. Stu, I'm so proud of this team, bro, for getting a stop. You don't even know. Rob. I feel you, brother. I feel you. I don't know how many teams you're going to get with this Cowboys team. I think between 8 and 10 is probably a good barometer of success for this team this season. Dang, these chat bots really like to infiltrate these streams. Oh, I never switched the ball. See, I told y'all to tell me. I got to switch that little ball on my screen over to whoever's got the ball. I didn't switch it for the Rams. I told you I was going to forget. All right, so they're going to repunt after that penalty. And this is when you see, now, maybe not with Tolbert, but this is typically when you see bigger returns happen because everybody's tired from running down the field. All right, Tolbert catches the punt. He's just so slow. Not a bad return, though. Pretty good return, but you're going to probably have holding here as take it back 10 yards, be around the 30, maybe around the 28-yard line or so, 25, 28. I'm assuming it's going to be holding on the Cowboys. Block in the back. It's the same thing. Both 10-yard penalties. MJD's got to stop talking. MJD. Don't know what he's talking about. Go away, MJD. Deuce is not in the game, and it's going to be a handoff. Because this is just Deuce's career. Here's Phil Maffa. It's a run play. Nice stiff arm by Joe Milton there. Little option play on the edge. And there you go. Deuce! He did it! Deuce touched the football on a run play. I don't believe my eyes. Yeah, Stu, that was a nice stiff arm. All right, yeah, we went in. We're going out of a single back formation here under center. Have another run play. Really nice run by Deuce there. There was not a lot. He should have got hit in the backfield. He made a really nice move. I like to Can I rewind this? No, I can't. Holding, so it doesn't matter. But Deuce made a guy miss in the hole there and picked up 5 or 6, but it's going to get called back, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Sue. Deuce, he's a small guy, bro. But he's not afraid to lower that shoulder. And he's light. He's 100 and what, 80 pounds or so, right? So he's the size of Turpin, but he's way more compact than Turpin. We saw him in person. He's got legs the size of freaking tree trunks, dude. They're huge, huge legs. He's very powerful for a small guy like that. All right, and there's Milton getting sacked. Will Cowboys get a win this year? Maybe like 1 or 2, brother. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. 2nd and 28. Now that's what you want to see in preseason. Gives you a lot of excitement. I'd love for Sean McVay to get off the screen so I can have a full screen picture of what the hell's going on here. This is ridiculous. Like, get off of here, bro. Nobody wants to see you. I want to see the game. Jeez. Dallas takes a timeout. Like, I watch these games, NFL Network, and whoever's doing the broadcast, to watch the football game, not watch Sean McVay talk on the side of my screen while the actual game is, like, yay big. I want to see the game. Throw on Sean McVay all you want to talk, but let me see the damn game. I can't see what's going on. Crazy, bro. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's disgusting. We got an Eagles fan in the house, boys and girls. Deuce Vaughn would be the best running back on the Eagles. 3rd and 82. Coming up. Damn it, I forgot to switch the football again. Ooh, what just happened to the stream? NFL Network stream just died on NFL Plus. The hell? Oh, there you go. It's back up. That was so cute. Deuce just tried to chip. That's gotta be pass interference on Mingo. That's gotta be. Yeah, there's a flag out. That's gotta be pass interference, right? That ball went freaking. How many yards did that ball go? 70 yards? 60 yards down the field? Mingo came back for it, got tackled by the defender. Clear pass interference. But the refs are talking it over. If they pick this flag up, Cowboys aren't winning any games this year. Calling it right now. They gonna call this penalty or what? What are we doing here, guys? This is clearly pass interference. We gonna call it or what? Mingo couldn't catch the ball that actually landed right in his. It wasn't. He had to come back for it, but it landed right in his stomach. Bro, and NFL Networks. Okay, so you had my stream froze. Thanks NFL Plus. So you had pass interference. So it's the Cowboys first down, and then you had it looks like personal foul. I missed what the personal foul was against the Cowboys. So they get the spot foul and PI, and then back 15 yards. I believe is how that would work. If Sue, if Mingo brought that in, that would have been legendary. But I'll take that flag all day. That'd be a hard catch, bro. With your eyes covered by the defender, but that would have been a nice catch. We got Maffa in the game now. Let's see Maffa get a handoff here. Nope. Play action. Woof. Schoolmaker just got upended. We're running some pansy routes here. Throwing some pansy balls is what I call them. I want to see some stuff down the field on time too, not Milton holding it for 2 seconds too long. they called the DB for unsportsmanlike conduct after getting up after the tackle and saying like 2 words to the tight end. Yeah, Wilson, these refs. That was a nice tackle though by 30. I mean, how can that's just stupid. If these are gonna be penalties when you get up, make a tackle like that and get up and then talk some smack, that's gonna be a penalty. Like, what are we doing here? That's stupid. I thank you for it, but that's stupid. Phil Maffa with the handoff up the middle and no gain. Who's that? Is that? Yeah, it was Maffa. Mike, you're lucky, brother. I wish I had the Cowboys version. I got the NFL Plus version, which is the Rams broadcast. Very disgusting. William, you're going to see Mingo catch some passes this year. Guaranteed. Mingo's a good receiver, bro. He just needs some balls on target. They're putting some pressure on Milton. Might see an Aubrey field goal here. Yeah, I mean, he missed the... Who was that? He had 18 in the middle of the field. Or I can't tell what that is. Screen's blurry again. This stream. He had a man in the middle of the field on a slant wide open. Didn't see him. Had him wide open. Milton's got to see that. So that was pass to Mingo. More pass interference. You'll take these PIs all day. I'd rather have the catches so I can feel a little more confident in our receivers, but yeah, Mingo on the slant, the DB just tackles him. Maffa's still in the game. Nice run there. Mingo equals GOAT. Brother, you're not wrong. Future Hall of Famer right there. A rollout with... Boy, that was... Little play action rollout with Mingo. A rollout with Milton. Kind of throws the ball away there, but that was an illegal formation anyway, so it did not matter. Second and 9. Maffa again. Nice run, Maffa. Really nice run by Maffa there. Kind of weaved his way in and out there. But it looks like it's going to come back again. Illegal formation. 76 nah on the line of scrimmage. Awesome Richards. Damn, dude. Yeah, so I'm not stressed out about him, but it does suck to see some good plays being called back. Oh man, that should have been picked by Milton. Milton throws the ball out to Cropper. Woods jumps in front of it. Should have been a pick six, honestly. 3rd and 14. Irene. Tell us about it, Irene. Why is he making you mad? A little draw to Phil Maffa. And a nice run by Maffa. Maffa's having a nice night. Yeah. Aubrey taking the penalty there. So Maffa does indeed pass the eye test. You know what he reminds me of? And this may be weird to say, but he reminds me of LeGarrette Blount. He doesn't have like a lot of left and right to his game, but he's got like a slight step to the right, slight step to the left. He's not going to juke anybody out, but like he can run by a guy or he can hit a guy. Looks like it might be a nice power back for this team if they want to go that route. And Aubrey nails the 35-yarder. All right, I will be right back, guys. I'm going to change the score. Cowboys score is 0-3. That's right, y'all. 3 points. We're going to switch this back over to the Rams. All right, I will be right back. We're going to switch this over to the... Actually, let's leave this up. Be right back, y'all. Y'all, I am back and ready to roll. Got a little Slim Jim. Every time we score, I gotta get a little snack. A little sneaky snack. Sue. Yeah. I switched the ball over. Thanks, brother. But yeah, you're right. I need more Deuce opportunities. Mafa didn't look bad there, though. I would like to see Deuce maybe take a couple handoffs. Maybe get an opportunity. Be nice. But that's typically what we see with Deuce. We see him in the game sometimes, but he don't get any touches. Ooh. Nice hit. Go hit him. Leofau is everywhere tonight. Special teams, defense. Terrence Ferguson, that's Jake's brother, right? Rams run, nice D. And 91 on the tackle there. Kyle. He's not even in gear, bro. He's just chilling. Stetson gets stepped on. Just falls down. Easy sack. Yeah, Wilson, I think some of that was probably strategy trying to angle the ball left or right. And yeah, he definitely has some issues keeping that in bounds. Just Sue. 3rd and 15. A little pass rush. Nice D. Darius Harris on the tackle. It's a fun name to say, huh? Darius Harris. All right. Another stop. Gonna get the ball with about 6 minutes back. We'll see if Dallas can do anything with that ball. Nice punt. It's a nice punter. Takes a Dallas bounce, but punter's nice. All right, so what are we going to see here? We're going to get more Mafa. We're going to get some Deuce. Probably won't see Malik until the end of the game, maybe 4th quarter. I think they're going to evaluate Deuce and Mafa as much as possible here. So it'll be one of the two in. I want to see what some of these receivers do, honestly. I feel like these receivers haven't gotten a great chance here. Pass rush has been hurting Milton a little bit, but he's just not seeing guys. He had a slant wide open last series right in front of his face, looking right at it, didn't throw the ball. So Milton's struggling a little bit. But yeah, Mafa does look good, Kyle. For sure. Rick, we're probably going to the Super Bowl, bro. 2 stops back to back. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Victor, what up, brother? Appreciate it, bro. Hey, Duff. What's up, man? Yeah, Rick, we're Super Bowl bound, bro. 2 defensive stops in a row. Michael. Just going through my my Twitter mentions. Some funny people out there. It's a passion. All right, we're back. Oh, I gotta switch the ball over. Y'all forgot to tell me. Unbelievable. Who's that? Deuce? Deuce with a yard. These preseason feeds, they kill me, bro. That Deuce, my boy Deuce has finally got a touch, and they're over here showing Maurice Jones-Drew in the box. Let me see the game, guys. What are we doing? Deuce split out wide in the slot. It's interesting. All right, back to the backfield on motion. Nice slant. Is 83. Is that 83 is Brooks? Yep. That was a nice timing route by Milton. Got the ball out on time. Had Brooks wide open. Got the ball there. Moffitt in the game. Moffitt picks up 2 or 3. Yeah, Sue. He's probably he's inconsistent, I guess is the word you'd use for him. But yeah, he did look good out there at camp from what we saw in person. Neville. Yeah, William, I'm on. What are you watching on TV, William? Or what are you watching it on? I'm watching this on NFL Plus, so I'm at the mercy of whatever their local broadcast is that they got going on, and it's the Rams. So the next 2 weeks I should have Cowboys local broadcast, I believe. 3rd and 4, Milton holding on to the ball for 6 days. Nice catch by Brooks again. Yeah, Wilson, I made the case a couple times now for getting our starters involved in the preseason. Whoa. Flournoy? Of course. Man, this broadcast sucks. It switched over to the after Flournoy caught the ball, but he looks like he made a nice move on a guy there, broke a tackle, picked up a bunch more. Flournoy's the guy that I really like for wide receiver 6. Maffa, pickup of 2. Yeah, I want to see more Flournoy. Flournoy's my guy. Of all the receivers at 6, it'd be Flournoy and Holden. And I don't know if Holden will really get a shot over Flournoy or Brooks. These dang bots, man. Maffa still in. A little end around. Is that Cropper? That's Cropper, yep. Are we hitting up 3rd down here? Yeah, William, NFL Plus is where it's at, dude. I love NFL Plus. Sue, exactly. That's exactly right. He's a little bit of a bigger guy. He's a bigger guy. He reminds you of like, and Amari Cooper wasn't a big guy. Maybe it's the number, but he reminds me of like an Amari Cooper type of guy with a little bit more muscle on him. Flournoy. Yeah, William, you're lucky. I'm over here in Florida, so I got whatever NFL network wants to show me and NFL Plus. Unfortunately. I'm glad you're able to take care of that, Sue. Thanks for doing the best thing for the team. Yeah, Rick. I think anywhere outside the local broadcast is getting the local team's broadcast of the Rams. All right, we're about to come back from commercial. I wonder what we're going to be doing on third down here. Was it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5? Honestly, it is 2-down territory, so they could go. It wouldn't shock me if they handed the ball off to Maffa here. See if they can't get 2 or 3 yards, and then go for it on 4th. I mean, they go for it on 4th down potentially either way here, right? Because they're in. Where are they at? Are they in field goal range? We gotta see here. You don't even have the drives on here. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah, 3rd and 4 on the 19. 2-down range here potentially, so I could see them running the ball. Could see an option here with Milton. I could definitely see an option play here with Milton. If you pick up nothing, you can still kick the field goal. Nope. All right, they didn't get the first, but it is now 4th and half a yard. Go for it. Timeout Rams. All right. What are they running here, guys? 4th and 1. 4th and a half a yard, really. What are we running? What are we running? QB sneak. Could try to draw them, Sue, but I think they're going to go for it. What you mean, Rick? I'm on full screen. What's that mean? Yeah. I mean, the normal play to call here is QB sneak, but it's preseason, so you don't really know. May not want to get their man potentially hurt. But if we're playing football, that makes sense. It should be a QB sneak. Yeah, Rick, I'm watching it not on full screen. I got it windowed out so it doesn't mess up my bit rate, my stream. Play action run by Milton Wilson. All right. So you like a play action and like a rollout. Yeah, that'd be cool. Sue, I probably do that too. I probably run Maffa as well. Let's see what our offensive interior can do. Some of these backups. Fourth and inches. Here we go. I wonder if you put like Deuce Vaughn in here, right? I think that's an underrated sneaky play, right? Deuce Vaughn just like weasel his way in. Maffa's in. I think he got it. Milton got it. He slips on the QB sneak, taking the snap. We're gonna do this. Oh, it's boys, it's a virtual measurement. How exciting. Oh. So how does the virtual measurements work? Do we get to see it? So McVay calls a timeout there to see if they'll review since it's within 2 minutes. You can't throw the challenge flag, brother. I don't think he got that first down. How are you going to slip on a QB sneak, bro? Like, what are we doing here? I'm not sure he got that first down. Wow, so the booth does not challenge the play. All right, interesting. Oh. He had Flanoy if he had a little more touch in that pass. Gotta put some touch in that pass, my boy. That's the thing with Milton, man. He's either got to score from like 70 yards out or it's probably not going to happen. Go screen to Maffa. Got some linemen out front. Yeah, Wilson, he's like Gumby, dude. I don't know what's up with his legs. Not a bad play on second down, though. 3rd and 6, picked up 4 there. Moffa's still in. It's a nice move by Cropper there. Nice spin by Cropper. Doesn't get the first down, though. Are they going to go for it? I mean, I go for it. So what's the plan here? Kicking a field goal? Yeah. Probably would have went for that one if I was the coach. I mean, I know Aubrey can make this kick. I don't care about the score. I'm going for it here. I think that was a misplay by Shoddy there. But maybe he's trying to coach it as if he's in the game, first year head coach. Trying to simulate real-time strategy. Now it's nice because they get 6 points and then they'll get the ball back at halftime. So that's in a regular game that would be big going into the half. In preseason, I don't really care. All right, so what we got here? Ain't nobody's football no more. 0-6. 6-14. How we feeling, boys and girls? How we feeling about this one? What are your thoughts? Yeah, William, the only thing I can think is he's trying to simulate a real game experience there. I mean, I guess you would just know that you would kick a field goal there, but yeah, I'm with you. I go for it. I want to evaluate what you got in the 5 or 6 yard line. Give me one play, your best play. Let me see if Milton can fit it in the corner of the end zone or throw it in the back of the end zone. Let's see what you got. I wouldn't have kicked a field goal there, but no biggie. No biggie. Kind of heating up there a little bit on offense. Now I wonder how long Milton's going to play and some of these second string guys are going to play and when they're going to sub these guys out. Yeah, Irene Milton's got no touch. That's his problem, and we all knew that. Milton's got no touch. He wants to throw 70-yard bombs all game. Every pass he throws is a rocket. He's definitely got to work on that touch. I'm not sure, how you get through to him to do that. It's very hard to coach that up. And I'm sure he's been coached up his collegiate career, his professional career. Not every ball has got to be a 90-mile-an-hour rocket. Maybe he'll learn that at some point. Sue, how long did it take you to come up with that one about the bacon and toast? Let me know. Because that was pretty good. Yeah, William, they're heating up a little bit. They're heating up. Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, keeping it vanilla. Offense and defense both keeping it very vanilla. It's just man on man. 10-yard field goal. Oh, 70. Man, my fonts are a little bit jacked up. I thought it was a 10-yard field goal, Rick. I was like, okay. Can you even have it? Great for them. That was a 70-yard field goal. That's impressive. It's impressive. But they got nothing on Aubrey. Sue, you're quick, dude. One thing I learned about you when we were in Oxnard, you're very quick-witted. Smart dude. I agree, William. I agree. He waits a very long time to throw the ball too. He had the one on this drive, a slant. That was the first timing throw that I saw him make. That was, really nice. Now he's had some like screens and stuff, which are timing throws as well, but those are pretty easy. The slant, he had Brooks, I think it was, wide open, hit him in stride. It was perfect. But yeah, he tends to wait with the ball in his hands. At least one. The one on the right sideline, Sue, should have been a pick. I think it was Woods. He had the ball right in his hand. Should have been a pick six, but he dropped it. Nick's on TV. I know that guy. That's what my question was, Wilson. I don't know how long Milton and some of these other guys are gonna go this game. It's a good question. I really don't know. You only have 3 games now, so I think if it's me, the guys I really want to evaluate, I'm gonna play him the first and second game. I might play my starters. What I would do is this actually: play the guys I want to evaluate in the first game, play my starters for a couple series in the second game, and let them sit just so they get used to suiting up, getting out in the field, going through what they got to do, and then put my guys I want to evaluate in. The last game, I'm putting only the bubble guys in. The guys who are on the verge of not making the team, I want to give them a chance to really ball out and see what they can do. As much as you can, because you can't, and not every guy that's going to play is a bubble guy. You got to have the supporting cast around them. But first and second games is where I do my evaluation and prepping my starters to play. I don't think they're going to prep their starters to play as far as like Dak and CD and those guys. So they'll probably do a little different than what I would do, but that's their prerogative. Eatman. We know that guy. So it's interesting they started getting on a roll there, and they kept Maffa on the field. Kind of shows you what they think about Deuce, I think, a little bit. You want to see Maffa keep getting those touches. I mean, wouldn't that have been crazy, dude? Boy, that's how you would know this team was cursed if that actually ended up happening. Nah, William, no games, not for me. If I lived in Dallas, I probably would, but I gotta get a plane ticket and all that jazz. Yeah, so not me. Probably wait till they come to Tampa to see them again. This game is making me hungry. I need some more food. All right, I'm gonna go on a break for a minute, y'all. I will be right back as soon as I ban this chatbot. Aye, we back. We back. Yeah, Irene, that's unfortunate for you with the game being on Christmas. Oh, there you go, William. That's cool. Your daughter, she's a Cowboys fan, I assume? Or are you trying to train her to be a Cowboys fan? Yeah, Sue, that'd be cool, dude. William, you guys be running through those front doors, colliding with people, trying not to get killed. Yeah, Sue. Your kid's in for a rough life as a fan, unfortunately. I feel like this halftime's taking a long time. It's just preseason, gents. Let's get back on the field. Mm. These Reese's peanut butter cups, delicious. All right, they're coming back. G Money. William, that's awesome. I'll keep my language clean. Don't let her watch my gaming content, though. Whatever you do. There may be some bad words said in that one. All right, let's flip this ball on. Cowboys football. Boom. Done. So creative. Yeah, I like to see him go run heavy in the second half, Wilson. It just depends how successful it is, I think. I don't think they'll keep pounding their head up against the wall if it's not working. I don't want to see like 3 and outs, passing the ball, though. Not a bad return by Cropper there. Yeah, Sue. His body control is weird too. I'm gonna finish this Reese's peanut butter cup. I'll talk about it. But yeah, Cropper, when he runs, I don't know about his route running, but his body control with yeah, that body control when he's running with the ball, it's weird. His legs are always going like upended, and he looks like I called Milton Gumby. He looks like Gumby too, out there with his limbs just flailing. There's Milton on a nice run. But yeah, Phil Maffa, LeGarrette Blunt, done. That's it right there. That's the comp. Run up the middle. I think that's still Maffa. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, William. All you got to do is just run the QB out 2-3 times. And now they got to really account for that on the defense. No play action pass by Joe Milton. Going deep. No way. Oh, it was an interception. I thought Flournoy caught that. Oof. That was a terrible throw. It threw right in double coverage. I thought Flournoy caught that ball. That would have been a team maker right there if Flournoy had caught that ball. That lands you on the active roster right there as wide receiver 6. Oh, he had a chance. Just Flournoy getting mugged by 2 guys, and Milton's like, screw it. Screw it. We're just going to throw it. That's terrible. Terrible by Milton. There's no need for that. Absolutely no need for that. Kyle. Every interception, every bad throw that goes by, Dak's hitting him with that smile. Yeah, that was just a bad decision. But if Flournoy caught that ball, ooh, if he had turned just a half second sooner, maybe got his hands in position, he had a chance. You mean the same guy, Sue, that wanted Devin Hester to come out of retirement and play for the Cowboys? Those people, man, those guys out there, something else. I don't know what people are thinking when they speak sometimes. They just say stuff just to say it. Mm. Yeah, it's just an awkward position for Flanoy there. Unfortunate. I I gotta swap the ball over. What am I doing? So it's funny. I don't think I told you guys, Sue. When I got to the plane, the flight attendant was talking junk about Dak. He's one of the. It's funny we talked about that too. It's like you walk around with the Cowboys shirt and first down, and these people just come out of the woodworks to like go and like just talk junk, right? So I had a flight attendant do that, and then I got to my Uber, and my Uber guy decided he wanted to talk junk too. Like, do you want a tip or not, buddy? But it's like they just come out of the woodworks to talk junk to you. Send a few stickers. All right, William. Sounds good, brother. Man, this place is just too easy for the offense. Nobody in the vicinity. Thanks, William. These pass rushers getting off the edge. Nice. Hey, Sue, who was that? Sue, let me know who got that interception. Just whenever you see this, give me a chance. Let me know. I'm still waiting, Sue. There it is. There it is. It's Mukwamo, your favorite cornerback on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's flip that ball right back. It's Cowboys football. Here we go. That was a nice pick, too. That was not easy. That was good coverage. I think Stetson's getting a little cocky throwing that ball down the field. To be honest, that very easily could have been, that was like inches away from being pass interference, Sue. It could have been a big pass interference play by Mukwamu, but he got the pick, so good stuff. Good stuff. Sue's boy Mukwamu. Wilson, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's not fair to say yet. It's really hard to tell. I mean, Leafau looked physical as hell. But other than that, it's hard to look physical. I mean, the defensive line does not look physical as far as like a pass rush goes. Every time they make it around the edge, you're just falling to the ground. But they're doing okay in the run game too, run defense wise. So I guess that's them being physical. So I guess that's good. But this pass rush has been non-existent. Yeah, Kyle, we saw that's crazy. Aubrey's got to kick that what were we, was a 70 yarder we were rooting for Aubrey to get last year? Was it 60? What the hell was it? I forget what it was. There was a game where we were rooting for them to kick a long field goal just before halftime. Maffa's still in. I mean, that's just terrible, Milton. I mean, that's just embarrassing. I don't know what to say to that throw by Milton. That one upsets me a little bit. I couldn't see who the receiver was. Wide open. Wide open. Just misses him. Not a guy 15, 20 yards around him. Crazy. Nice run by Maffa here. I mean, that throw by Milton to whatever receiver that was, that's like basic NFL QB stuff. I don't even know how you make it to the NFL as a quarterback if you can't make that throw. Wide open. Wide open. 3rd and 6. Milton and Kelly not on the same page there. Throws it behind Kelly. 4th down. Crazy, man. Yeah. God, Trey Lance does make that throw. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Cooper Rush also makes that throw too. 10 times out of 10. And that's not a joke. That's for real. Oh, he got the ball back. Off the muff punt. Dang. Rams ball. Well, yeah. Milton may have a better upside than Will Greer, but boy, this has not been a good day for Mr. Milton. Not been a good day at all. I gotta set up alerts, William, for those stickers, man. I saw that sticker come through. I didn't get an alert for it, so that's thanks for doing that. Now I know I gotta make a alert for stickers, but that did come through. I appreciate it. Oh, we got another spam bot in here. Yeah, Wilson, I agree. I want to see the receivers get a chance. This is exactly what I said before when I was talking about quarterbacks in the preseason. It's so important to have a quarterback. Like you look at Stetson, he's putting the ball on the receivers, giving the receivers a chance to make a play. It's a shame that these receivers aren't being given that chance on Dallas with these just horrible throws. With these horrible throws. So yeah, I'm down to see Will Greer at this point as well. Yeah, Milton didn't look bad in Oxnard. Nothing really stood out except for that deep ball he threw to Brooks on during the Rams scrimmage. Um, but he didn't look terrible. It was like, wow, that guy's terrible. He can't throw. Um, but this has been atrocious tonight. I don't have any other words for it other than it was atrocious so far, at least. Second and 4, toss. He met immediately by 47. Nice play, 47. That's Darius Harris. Darius Harris. Nice play. Yeah, so that's right. He had that finger thing going on, didn't he? Jesus. 3rd and 5, around the middle, just completely gashes. So you talk about physical. That was almost a touchdown. That was not physical play by the defensive line or the linebackers. Okay. Yeah, thanks, William. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's up with that. I appreciate it though, but yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Jeez. Another run off the edge. Big gain. Cowboys getting whooped on this drive on the ground. I think it's been all run plays. Call Gilly and Warren Sapp. Hmm. I'm down with Gilly. That may be what we need. At least for the time being until our guys can get healthy. All right, here we go. Back at it. 1st and 10. Yeah, false start. Gilly probably can't run, Rick. Neither can a lot of the guys in this team. First and 15, run right up the middle. Met by 99. Is that Winfrey? Winfrey and James. Yep. Perry on Winfrey and James on that tackle. Second and 15. Oh my God. So ball gets deflected off the defender's hands. Was that James? I think it was linebacker James. Should have had the pick. Went off of his hands right into the receiver's hands. That's crazy. Nice deflection by 50 there. Just right into his hands. Insane. And the receiver gets nailed by the DB and still hangs onto the ball. That's just insane, dude. What a just unlucky play for the Cowboys. Another end around. Destroyed. Is that Harris again? No. Zion Childress. Nice. Childress just blew that play up in the backfield. That end around. That's a nice hit. So Childress has been in a lot of mentions here recently. Might be a candidate for a nickel guy to replace Jordan Lewis. Quick throw. 50. This James rookie. He's all over the field. He's made a couple of nice tackles now. He had the deflection on that previous 2 plays ago, which was just unlucky that it went to the receiver's hands. But almost had a pick there too. The ball just gets deflected the other way, very close. But he's fast. He is fast. You can see the speed on tape here, right on the field. I can't wait to go back and look and see him on tape. Run play on 3rd and 14. All right. Gonna be a field goal coming out. Yeah, William, I'm really impressed with number 50 there. He had a really nice series. That's what's his Shamar James. The guy they traded up for in the draft to take in the later rounds. I think it was round 5. You can see that speed on the field. Cowboys like their lighter, fast linebackers, that's for sure. And the 37-yard field goal is good. 17-2-6. Can the Cowboys put the ball in the end zone here? That's the question we all are wondering. Was looking at these tweets during the commercial break here. These Joe Milton comps are hysterical, man. They just got memes of just people throwing stuff at people as hard as they can. Joe Milton. Their CD getting blown up by the ref. Sheesh, man. Oh, there's an alert for you there, William. Appreciate it, brother. I'm trying to get this thing corrected here. I want to see some more Shamar James. He's got me excited. He's not looking too shabby. Puna Ford. That's a guy that I wanted the Cowboys to pursue this offseason. But they don't take the interior defensive line very serious around these parts. The most Dallas has done for the interior defensive line was draft Mozzie Smith in the first round. They drafted him with the first and probably thought, we're good to go. Got touched that for a little bit, but... Oh, we gotta switch the ball back. This is my favorite thing to do in the preseason, man, is switch this ball back and forth on the little scoreboard I got here. All right, can the ball be placed inside the end zone on this drive? Milton's still in? Looks like it. Maffa's still in too. That's a nice throw. Josh Kelly. Milton might be a guy you need to get out on the move. I'm not sure he's a guy that's going to stand in the pocket and deliver dimes. His best throws from today seem to be when he's on the move. I'd like to see some more of that. First and 10. Play action. Throws to 45. That's Mr. Fairweather. Quick out to Fairweather. About 5 or 6 yards. Yeah, Childress might be, honestly. He's not bad, Kyle. Not bad at all. All right, 2nd and 6. Maffa's still in the backfield. It's going to be a run. Yeah, run off the right side. Maffa kind of runs into his own guy. Goes down. Yeah, I think we're just going to come in soon, Wilson. I agree. Probably next drive. 3rd and 3. Deep ball. Milton to Flournoy. Batted away. That was a good play by Green. It wasn't a terrible throw. Interesting call on 3rd down there, though. Could have been PI. Could have been PI. He was grabbing his hands kind of along the way there, but that's fine. It's a good no call. Cowboys going to go for it on 4th and 3 at midfield. See, now, here's the thing. If I'm going to go for it on 4th down, I'm running the ball on 3rd down. Oh, I might be holding. Should have been holding. Wow, they marked Milton short of that first. Wow. See, now I don't love that series by Shoddy there. Let's see how close Milton was to this first down. How did he mark him out? That should be a first down. It should have been a hold for sure. Should have been a hold. It looked like Milton got the first down there. They marked him short. Interesting. But see, if I'm the coach, I'm calling the plays. I'm going to go for it on fourth down, 4th and 3. I'm running for it on 3rd and 3. I'm running the ball on 3rd and 3. I'm not chucking the ball 30 yards downfield on a deep ball. You got to think plays ahead. Got to have some strategy to your calls. I think that's a mistake. I think Milton's got to fight for that first down a little bit more. He had the ball kind of behind him when he stepped out. He's got to be smarter. Yeah. They could have challenged it, but, that was close. Wide open. Boy, it must be nice having a quarterback that can deliver dime after dime. Yeah, Kyle. It is a lot. It is a lot. And I'm always of the mindset that I don't want my. Oh, high snap. I don't want my head coach to also be a play caller, offensive or defensive. I want him to see holistically what's going on with the offense and the defense. I want when the defense is off the field, I want my offense or my head coach to be able to go talk to them, not call plays for the offense, because you can't really get a gauge for how these defensive players are feeling and whatnot. So I don't want my head coach calling plays, but I understand why he's doing it. I would assume if he stays here for the long term, within the next probably 2 seasons, he won't be calling plays anymore. That'll be handed off. Just dragging guys for a first down there. All right, here we go. Heading into the 4th quarter. It's almost over. The pain of preseason game 1 is almost over. Y'all think we're going to see Will Grier in this 4th quarter? Hard Knocks, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, William, 100%. If you're gonna go for it on fourth down there, you got to run it on third and three. Try and pick up a yard or two, or the first. I think that was kind of bad on Shoddy's part to call that big pass play and then go for it on fourth. Obviously, you're trying to evaluate, but at the same time, you know, coach has got to do the right thing at the right time. All right, here we go. Heading into the fourth quarter. Rams driving. Forgot to switch my little football there. Yeah, dang it. All right, we got 3rd and 1 here. Got Ronnie Rivers still in the game, I believe. Oh, play action to the flat. There's it first. All right, so this is fixing to be another touchdown here for the Rams. I'm just interested to see when our offense gets back on the field. I'd like to see them put a nice drive together. And I'd probably like to see Will Greer too. Milton has just been garbage. Motion toss. Who is that shot? Someone shot right in there. Yeah, holding. That might have been Childress that shot in and got held. He flew right in there. Someone got wrapped around the neck there. I want to see the replay here and see which Cowboys player that was that flew in. I want to say it was Childress. Yeah, he flew like a heat-seeking missile. Would have blew that play up, but then he got held. This is too much. Too much on first down. 6 yards on first. Off of a run. Cut Booth and keep Childress, please. Yeah, I don't disagree. Childress is nice. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Kyle. Bland is that. Bland will go up and tackle, but Jordan Lewis are going to miss that. That's a tough nosed dude right there, or hard nosed dude. All right, 2nd and goal. Pat. That's too easy. Too easy. Just a quick stop route, and nobody's even close to him up the middle there. Easy touchdown to 32 Schrader. Cowboys players formed a perfect bubble around Schrader and then didn't even touch him on his way to the end zone. Bennett is carving this secondary up. This has not been pretty. It's an ugly, ugly game, as to be expected in the preseason. Here we go. Is it going to be Will Greer? Or are they going to keep giving Milton some work? We'll see. Yeah, Wilson, that's a depth problem. Cowboys is this is one of my biggest concerns about this team this season. And why I said we're in a somewhat not a full on rebuild, but somewhat of a rebuild, because I'm very worried about our depth. So, I mean, when you have a lack of depth, you see yourself get whooped in the preseason. And not like just beating the preseason, but like it's just ugly, right? It's like your quarterback playing terrible, secondary is playing terrible. Linebackers look okay. Look okay. Defensive line looks horrible. We were all excited about these edge rushers and how deep these edges were. There's no pressure on the quarterback. So, yeah. They got to build that depth, man. I don't know about that this season. We'll see. We'll see what happens when the starters get in, obviously in week 1. Obviously it's going to be much better. But when those guys go down with injury, they got to get spelled, taken out of the game. Could be an issue. $24-6. All right, let's change the score. 2. Cowboys football. Short kick. Hmm. All right, let's see who's in. Maffa got every snap of running back since like the end of the first quarter. No Malik Davis, no Deuce to be seen. Who's in now? Was that Malik? I couldn't tell. Was that Cedric Wilson with the catch? Or not Cedric Wilson. Why did I say Cedric Wilson? That was Cedric Wilson. Jesus Christ. I just had a flashback because of the sleeves. It was oh god. That's funny. That was Holden with the catch. The other number 7, that's not Trayvon Diggs. I can't believe I said Cedric Wilson. Ah, man. That's a nice throw. I wonder if who's that? Who's hurt? Got a Cowboy down here. I wonder if Deuce aggravated his hammy or something, because we haven't seen Deuce for quite a while. Or if they're just not interested in what he has to offer at this point, which could very well be. We got Sadiq Charles on the ground right now. Do 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 do. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, that's unfortunate about Sadiq Charles. Another lineman down. I'm just watching these Joe Milton highlights. Just gross. Gross, man. Not a lot of good film from him tonight. Unfortunate. All right. 2nd and 3. Yes, we got Milton at quarterback still. Looks like we got Malik Davis at running back. Holden wide open. Big play to Holden. There we go. Yeah, William, I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Oh, it's a shame that play was blown dead. He had Fairweather wide open for a touchdown. Another pre-snap penalty. False start. But yeah, William, I'm with you. I wish they would play Dak in the second game just for a series or two. Holden just looks smooth out there, doesn't he? Oh my God, Milton. Milton lowers his shoulder on that right sideline. Looks like that hurt. Nice run by Malik Davis. Right up the middle. First down. That was a weird run. So Malik Davis takes it to the line of scrimmage and just like stops his feet completely and turns. Then turns and goes back. That was a strange stop. All right, looks like he's coming out. This is Phil Maffa coming in. Let's see if he can pound this ball in. 2nd and goal here. Yeah, Phil Maffa's back in. Gonna try and slam this ball in from the 2-yard line. Yeah, just nothing cooking there. Maffa stopped right at the line of scrimmage. False start. So you know, 3rd and goal from the 2 to 3rd and goal from the 7. Yeah, Kyle, this looks like we're going to just bring everybody in tight and let's just hope we can all block, right? Spread some guys out. Go single back. Spread everybody out, right? So now you're not all stacked up, all these bodies stacked up, and run the ball. I'll never understand, unless you're like on the goal line, right? And you can just overpower the other guys. I'll never understand these tight formations. Nice throw. Nice catch. Fair weather. And he dropped an F-bomb live on TV. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so what we got going on here? We're going for 2. Looks like they're going for 2. Why not? I'm going for 2 every... Now, see, that was a beautiful throw. See, here's the thing with guys like Milton. You've taught them so much to like put touch on the ball and get your feet a certain way, and it takes away their natural ability. That play was a little bit off schedule there where he had to shift around a little bit in the pocket. And sometimes your instincts just take over and it just looks better. And there's Kelly with the 2-point conversion. So it's a 10-point game now at this point. Let's get this scoreboard updated. Cowboys score 14-24. Let's go. That was a good drive. What's up? What? Yeah, go ahead. That was a nice looking drive, and he got the 2-point conversion to cap it off. That was very nice. And you saw the touch from Joe Milton. That's what we've been asking for. This dude's over here throwing snowballs at people 95 miles an hour. It's nice to see him throw a touch on 2 passes back to back. Put a little touch on that pass. The one to Fairweather in the corner was over the top and through the basket. That's perfect. Perfect throw. Couldn't ask for anything more. And he had the throw to Holden earlier in the drive too. The big play on the right sideline. I mean, Cedric Wilson. I don't know why he looks like Cedric Wilson to me. It's got to be the sleeves. I think it's the sleeves. But no, Holden is a guy that when I was on Eatman's podcast, that's a guy I mentioned that I want to see more in the preseason. He got a chance here at the end of the game finally to get in and get some snaps, and he made a nice catch there on the sideline. Looks good. He just looks like a smooth route runner. He looks very fluid, and he's got good hands. Wilson, my biggest question coming out of this game is... I got a lot of questions. For being fair, I got a lot of questions. Give me a second. Let me think about it. Can this secondary do a darn thing? or not. You know, when they are fully healthy with Diggs, whenever that might be, with Ravel, whenever that might be, is the secondary going to be improved? Right. I think that's my biggest concern right now because I'm already concerned about the run defense. I've been concerned about the run defense for about a decade now, with no resolution to that. So I want to make sure at least the secondary is shored up, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure they are or will be this season. All these injuries, just bad play throughout camp so far, and now into this game, it's definitely been concerning. I think Phil Maffa played really well tonight. They're about as well as you could expect with the backup offensive line. If it ends up being Phil Maffa and Blue in the regular season, maybe if they keep 3, keep Javonte Williams for your 3rd. I think that could be a good combo. And then obviously Lipke as your fullback hybrid. So I think in that scenario, Williams probably would not be on the active roster come game day. I think they probably go into the games with the 2 plus Lipke, if I had to guess. But yeah, I've been impressed with Maffa. What about you, Wilson? What's your biggest takeaway, positive and negative, out of this game? And anybody wants to respond in the chat, let me know. Biggest positive, biggest negative so far with 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter in this game. By the way, my wife just came in and asked me if she could eat. I like to put my chocolate, like my Reese's and my Butterfingers, in the fridge to keep them cold. She comes in all secretive. Can I eat your Butterfinger in the fridge? Like, it just take it, lady. Have my Butterfinger. She's back to back, just gashing this defense up the middle. Back to back plays. That's not great. All the way to the Cowboys 20-yard line now, right at the middle. I think the Cowboys defense has had enough. They're rolling over now. Yeah, William, a lot of questions about Milton, too. We got to see him play more. His play was definitely concerning tonight. That's a nice move. Man. Schrader with the jukes behind the line of scrimmage. Looking nice. Kyle, it looks like CJ Anderson. That's a good. Childress is a good. That's a good pick for positives too. Childress looks good. Yeah, Rick CD got taken out by that ref. Yeah, Wilson, that's true. It feels like it happened 10 years ago, the first and second quarter, but Leofau looked really good. He's flying around the field. I can't wait to see him play with the starters. I think we got one there with Leofau. And now imagine him with Overshone on the field and then Micah off the edge, who has a fast defense and smart defense. Yeah, Kyle, this defensive line has no interest in playing at this point in the game. They're just rolling over. Are there easy fixes for run defense that weren't revealed? There's no easy fixes for this run defense. It's once again one of the biggest concerns for this team. Yeah, James was a positive too. Mafa, Leofau, James, Childress. Negatives were run defense and Joe Milton. Yeah, I agree with that. Pass defense too. Basically, just take the like this part of the defense and like this part of the defense. The middle was pretty good, but the secondary and the D line left a lot to be desired for sure. Maffa was a highlight. Yep. Yep. Schrader guy has got a 14 yard per carry average on the ground off of 4 carries. There's another 3 or so. What do y'all think about this virtual measurement stuff that's going on? Kind of cool, I guess. They gotta start putting chips in these balls and using them at the goal line. It's really where they need it. Nice play action. Wide open. Wide open in the end zone. 30. We'll wait to update the scoreboard. Make sure this extra point goes through. Not a single DB was interested in covering the corner of the end zone on that one. What are you going to do? Yep, 31. You know why they scored? Because I didn't change my football. It's just bad luck. When I don't change my football to the appropriate team, as is bad luck. These running backs all look like all pros against this Dallas front. Stetson Bennett looks like an all pro as well. Every throw's on target. All right. Milton gonna finish this game out or what? Let's see who's out there. My guess is Milton probably finishes out. Yeah, Milton and Davis are still in there. I wonder what happened to Deuce. Weird. You didn't see any more snaps. Not a bad throw. Brooks did not catch it. It's like Brooks might have gotten a little banged up on that one too. Hit the turf hard. Yeah, Wilson, we'll throw up a space Thursday night. There's Malik Davis. Nice run by Malik. Another nice run by Malik Davis. Yeah, Wilson, you gonna join up on that space Thursday? Joe Milton get banged up on that one, handing the ball off. Yeah, so it looks like we'll be seeing some Will Greer here. Curious what happened there. It was a weird time to get hurt. Yeah, Irene Deuce got in the first quarter. He got a handful of snaps, and then I don't know what happened. Phil Maffa came in, and he never came out. So I'm not sure if they've seen enough from Deuce, and just they know what they want from him. They want him to evaluate Maffa, or what the deal was. Could have got hurt, maybe. I don't know. But that's all right. My biggest concern this season was defensive line. Yeah. And specifically the interior of the defensive line, William. Oh, weird handoff, but Malik Davis with the nice run off of that. Malik Davis is looking kind of nice, y'all. He looks like Tony Pollard. He's got the same build as Tony Pollard. But yeah, interior defensive line was my biggest concern. Now I'm very concerned about the secondary. Not really worried about the running backs. Just curious how that's going to shape out. Oh, Will Greer not get the first down there. That's a weird time to slide. Shoddy just using the 7-iron, yeah. Running the ball well in this drive. Yeah, right now, Mina Kimes is talking about the issue they had last year, where, and she's not talking about that specifically, but they're talking about light boxes and how it affects the passing game and all that, run game. Issue we had last year was that we faced more light boxes than basically any team in the NFL. Still couldn't run the ball successfully. Phil Maffa on the screen, ooh, gets his legs taken out, but he's all right. First down. But yeah, if they're facing a bunch of light boxes this season, which they probably will because they've got the threat of CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, and Ferguson. Don't forget Ferguson. And they got some receivers down the depth chart too. They got to be able to run the football. There's no doubt about it. If they're facing light boxes, they've got to be able to run the football. And that's going to come down to, I think even more than the running backs, it's going to come down to, can this offensive line successfully block, create lanes for these guys? Nice throw by Will Greer. Not bad at all. Not a bad throw at all. But incomplete. Good coverage. Yeah, it's good coverage. Good coverage by Lampkin there. What in the Sam Hill are these bots all showing up all of a sudden? I think it's just for evaluation purposes, William. That's my guess as far as why they didn't run more earlier on. I think they're trying to see what they had in Milton and see where he's at. I guess that's my hope, because I hope we're not going to be a very pass-heavy team like we saw in the first two possessions. Dak Prescott needs a run game. Got to be able to run the ball. Let's see if we can get a Malik Davis touchdown here. Oh, bad snap. Will Greer scrambling around. And Will Greer with the tutty on the ground using them leggies. Nice job, Will Greer. Will Greer's one drive, he looked better than Milton has looked all night. Just going to put that out there. Just going to put that out there. Couple linemen couldn't be called for holding there as he scrambled around, but they didn't call it, so it doesn't count. Cowboys score 21. 21-31. This one's almost over, y'all. Hang in there. We getting there. Horrible TD dance. Yeah, Wilson, that's true. And who knows what the Rams have on defense at this point. Who knows how the competition has shifted, but Will Greer looked good on that drive. Looked better than Milton. That's for sure. Yeah, this run defense was less than adequate tonight. They're showing some of the highlights now. It wasn't absolutely atrocious. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it wasn't good either. And you pair that with the fact that the secondary was very bad. That's definitely cause for concern. Yeah, we're down to garbage time players now at this point. What's up with this clock? Why is this clock not running? Why is Dallas calling? Why are we calling timeouts here, Shoddy? What? Come on, bro. Let this game die, Shoddy. Gain of 4 on the ground for the Rams. Real close to a first down. There's a few, Wilson. There was a few. Third and one. Shotty's over here calling timeouts in a preseason game to try to draw this out. Yeah. And I'll take us to the 2-minute warning. This one is just about done. Just about done. All right, well, I tell you what, that's a 2-minute warning. Dallas probably won't be getting the ball back, I would think. Rams just got to pick up one first down, and that's it. So we're almost done here. We are almost done. Oh, look at that. I got to switch. I failed to switch the football again. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, William, I don't know. I don't know what the plan would be with Milton and Greer. I'm not sure. I'd have more because Greer's been here, so they've been able to evaluate him, and they brought him back. Milton, you know, this is the first time he's been here. They traded for him, and I think it. Oh, excuse me. This is what this preseason games do to me. I think it behooves them to evaluate Milton a bit more. They probably know what they got with Greer since he's been here, but now's a good time to evaluate Milton. So I think Milton probably keep getting the starts, get him some more playing time. But if Milton plays as bad as he did tonight, I don't know. Maybe they want to evaluate these receivers and get a better quarterback in there. I don't know. It's tough to say. Yeah. I don't know if y'all are paying attention earlier in the game or not with with Mozzie and whatnot, but Mozzie was not looking great. Yeah, Wilson, I think it just depends on evaluation. Do they want to evaluate Milton some more? Do they want to evaluate other guys? And do they think that which quarterback do they think gives them a better opportunity to evaluate the receivers and the rest of the team? That's the question I'd have. What's more important to Shoddy and the guys making the decisions? Positives, Mafa, Leofau. Negatives, I'll be bloody knackered all day tomorrow. I'm going to take a swing, and I believe knackered means tired in British speak. Mike. I'm bloody knackered all the time, it feels like. Okay, I thought they needed another first down to wrap this game up. I had my math. My math wasn't mathing correctly. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in on this one. You know, Milton's got a lot of work to do. He's like Uncle Rico, just chucking bombs out there. And you know, his play wasn't great. Tonight, Mozzie Smith looked absolutely terrible tonight. Run defense did not look good. Pass defense was not great. A lot of backups in the secondary. You're not gonna have your guys to start the season either. Trayvon Diggs and Ravel. Linebackers looked okay. Leafau looked great. Leafau looked really, really good. Like he was flying to the football. Smooth, just a smooth guy, knowledgeable guy, very smart, instinctual, tough guy, not afraid to hit. So positives, Leafau. Phil Maffa looked good. Phil Maffa looked really nice out there. Best running back. Well, Malik Davis came in late and he looked really good too. Really, really, really good. But we're not gonna roll with that. I don't think Malik Davis has a realistic chance at making this team. But Phil Maffa put his foot in the door as a late round pick. Mike, I see your chat there. Thanks, buddy. We'll catch you later. Go get some rest over in the greatest of Britons. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Some of the receivers look good tonight. Holden, he got limited opportunities, but he looked good. Brooks made a couple nice plays. It's just definitely concerned about the backup quarterback position. Definitely concerned about secondary. Very, very concerned about this defensive line. You know, these edges are supposed to have a lot of depth, and you didn't see any pass rush at all tonight. And that's supposed to be one of our deepest positions on the team. No pass rush off the edge. When the edges were getting around the corner on these tackles, they were falling flat, you know, on their face. Very limited pressure on the quarterback tonight. And when you pair no pressure with bad secondary play, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. So with all that said, guys, thanks Rick, thanks William, Irene, Mike, all you guys for joining. Wilson. We'll have our space this Thursday. I'll post a link for that in our Twitter here shortly in the next days or so, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'll get the link up and running so you can bookmark it and then join up on Thursday. We can talk about this preseason game and then what we're looking at moving forward. So